Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. Today I want to do a quick review on the Harbor Freight Hercules 12 volt tools. Why 12 volt? Well, let's get into it. Let's see what it's all about. Hey everybody, so let's talk about this. Why 12 volts? I'll get into the Hercules drill in a minute, but I want to just talk a little bit about why am I going with a 12 volt system? Why am I getting another drill, period? For those of you that don't know, you're here for the first time probably because you searched on Hercules and you found me. My site primarily is a woodworking site. I'm a woodworker. I do some tool reviews, but woodworking in general, I forget which woodworking magazine wrote the article several years ago, but basically the author of that article said that 12 volts is about all a woodworker needs. I agree with that article. 85% of what I do with a screw gun or a impact driver, which I don't need an impact driver to be honest with you. This looks like an impact driver when I get into it, but it's not. We drill pilot holes and then we run screws into them. And we don't want those screws going in fast. We don't want to split the wood. Now yes, we do use Forstner bits that can get large. We occasionally do drill bigger holes. A lot of times when we do that, we're using a drill press to do it. Normally when we're using this tool, it's to run a pilot hole, to run a screw into. 12 volts handles that fine. So for woodworking tasks, 12 volts works, guys. And for many other trades that do repetitive type work, the electrical trades, the guys that work on electrical appliances and stuff, have to take a lot of screws out. These do that fine. Think about a cabinet maker that's got to hang a whole kitchen full of cabinet doors. Those little screws going into, the hinges. 12 volts does that fine. And think about how light this is going up above your head compared to something like this. And this going above your head. I mean, look at the difference here. It's a much smaller, lighter tool. That, to me, is probably the biggest reason to go with 12 volts. It's the size and the weight. The weight savings is quite considerable, and it just saves on your arm. Wear and tear on a daily struggle if you're doing a repetitive task. So, obviously homeowners, they don't need more than 12 volts for most of what they do. And the 1 or 2 times a year they need it, this thing will probably take the stress test of getting beat up a little bit. It wouldn't take it daily, but you run an 1.5 inch spade bit in this thing once a year, it can handle it. So the homeowners could get away with this. Guys that do repetitive work, guys that work on appliances, electrical equipment, computer guys, electricians when they're just doing simple tasks around face plates and things like that. All simple things that can be done with 12 volts. 12 volts does that fine. For years, I still have it. I have this 10 volt, 10.4 volt Makita system. I love it. The only thing I don't like about this system, and it's even smaller as you can see, what I don't like about it is it doesn't stand up easily. Now I got that to stand there, but it's easy to knock over. This stands up nice. If you're doing repetitive work, that's nice to be able to do that. This, you kind of are going to do that, have to pick it up. One thing I don't like about this style, but to be honest, Makita still makes this style. I believe Milwaukee and DeWalt do as well. I'm not 100% sure which brands, but the difference here is this battery goes up into the handle, and it becomes a much more compact tool. But again, 10.4 volts, 12 volts. So 12 volts for me is a winner. I'm very happy to get 12 volts. Why am I getting another drill, and why am I getting a Hercules drill? You guys know I do a lot of Ryobi reviews, and the Ryobi 18 volt line does do everything I need it to do. But that battery, I just showed you one here. I still got it out. That's a big battery. Now granted, you can get a smaller one, but Ryobi just came out with some HP tools that are supposed to be compact. That's the brand name, the line name is HP. But it's still got this form factor of a battery. It's only about that high, so it's thinner this way, but still, I mean, look at that. There's no way this battery is going to go into a drill this small. So any way you slice it, this 12-volt system is going to be smaller than anything Ryobi's going to put out in the 18-volt line. And that's the reason I'm looking at other options. And, you know, there are other manufacturers that are probably more well-known that make these, and I could have gone that direction. I went in this direction because I've heard a lot of people ask about this line, and I do YouTube reviews, so I'm going to do a review of this tool. There's plenty of reviews out there about Milwaukee and DeWalt. Not as many about the Harbor Freight Hercules. So I'm taking one for the team here, and I went with this tool. I believe for the guys that follow me, you know I am redoing my basement, and I have another room down there. That's the reason I'm getting another drill. I'm going to have a third shop in the house, basically. I have this room, and there'll be 2 rooms downstairs. And I just want to have something that has just a drill, Phillips head, you know, bit in it. So if I need to run a screw in that room, I don't have to run to another room and find it. That's why I'm doing it. These tools are very inexpensive. The Hercules line is Harbor Freight tools. Now, some people are going to go, Harbor Freight, holy crap, I'm out. And I get that, you know. Harbor Freight 3, 4, 5 years ago, you know, the running joke was don't buy anything that has a blade or a motor on it. You know, and some of the older, what is it, Chicago Electric, some of that older stuff, yeah, you know, you're right. The things don't work all that well, or they don't last that long. But they're selling them for pennies on a dollar. I mean, so it is kind of, you know, they're one-use tools almost. In the last couple of years, Harbor Freight, throughout the whole store, in the automotive area, in the welding area, in the hand tool area, my Doyle tools over here, I'll put a link up here. I did a review on the Doyle tools that are hanging right there. I love them. They're great tools. They also have the Quinn line. I got the blue-handled needle nose there. Both lines that are above the Pittsburgh line that they had, and that Pittsburgh line wasn't that bad. The stuff they had below Pittsburgh, you know, that orange-handled stuff, you know, you want to stay away from that, but they're getting away from that garbage, to be perfectly honest with you. And in the power tool line, they have stepped up away from, I think it's Chicago Electric is what they call it. I'll if it's not that, I'll put something up here. I never buy the stuff, so I just don't know what it was. But they have, I think they have 2 lines, a middle and a high, and they have a low line that I don't look at either. I think it's a Warrior or something. But they have Bauer and they have Hercules. And Hercules is their top-of-the-line tool, supposedly. We'll find out. This tool is the 12-volt drill driver, they call it. Let me just make sure I give you the exact name, because I still have the box here. They actually call this the 1/4-inch compact screwdriver. People are going to look at this and think it's an impact driver, because it doesn't have a chuck. It has the 1/4-inch hex insert here. No chuck, but this does not have an impact driver in it. They make an impact driver in 12 volts, and they make a drill in 12 volts. So they make all 3. Because my main tasks are woodworking, I don't need the impact. So I went with this. If I like this tool, I'm going to add the drill to it so that I can put some of my you know, countersink bits and such that actually need a chuck. They have the round, you know, they're just a round bit. And these 2 tools will sit in that room. Let's talk a little bit about cost, since I got the receipt here. When these tools first came out, they were kind of a little expensive, and people bitched about it, to be perfectly honest with you. There was no kit. There's, you know, Ryobi has kits, DeWalt has kits. You buy a battery, a bag, a charger, and the tool. Harbor Freight doesn't do that. They now have a sale going on where you can buy any tool, any battery, and any charger, which they have 2 chargers, I think. They have the single and they have a double charger. I bought the single. I would have bought the double if it was there. They didn't have one, so I bought the single. I couldn't find any battery but this 2 amp hour battery for 12 volt. They had a couple of sizes for the 20 volt. They have a lot more 20 volt tools than they do 12 volt. They only have 4 12 volt tools. The 3 drills I talked about, and they have the mechanical, the auto mechanic impact driver, you know, the thing that the 3/8 thing to put a chuck on to take your tires off your car, that kind of impact driver. Not something I really use. But the other three drill driver type things, the regular drill, the screwdriver, and the impact driver, a lot of us are interested in. And the interesting thing is all three of those drills are $39.99, so 40 bucks. The battery's 25 bucks and the charger is 30 bucks. So, you know, to get one drill, that's 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, $95. Now right now, Harbor Freight has a sale where you get any tool, any battery, any charger, take it to the counter and they take $25 off the sale. So you're making your own kit. It doesn't matter what charger you get, it doesn't matter what battery you get, it doesn't matter what tool you get, it doesn't matter if it's 12 volt or 20 volt. Any combination, boom, 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 $25 off. So I got this entire thing before taxes for $69.97. So 70 bucks. Some people don't pay taxes. I had to pay taxes, but I'm not going to talk about taxes here because that's different for every state. You know, so for $70, I'm into the system. And you know, I'm gonna hear people say, well, I can buy a Ryobi drill for $70, and you can. But then as you start moving along, you're not going to be getting any other tools for $40. You know, at least drills. You're not going to be getting any batteries for $25. So once you're into the Hercules system, it's a fairly inexpensive system moving forward. Fit and finish. Let's talk a little bit about fit and finish. I'm pretty impressed. The ergonomics is very good. Now I have my glove size is what they call extra large cadet. So my fingers aren't that long, but I have a wide hand, and my hand just, as you can see, just fits in there where all three fingers map fine, and this one comes up on the trigger. If your hand is any wider than mine, you might have a little problem. This is a very small drill. For me, it's perfect. It's balanced, it feels good. It has the right amount of that rubbery, what you call it, that wraps around the plastic. The plastic is what it is. You know, the clutch turns, the sliding 1/4 inch doohickey up here seems good. You know, the battery slides in and out okay. It comes with a belt clip. I don't normally put those on. I put it on for this video. Don't be surprised if you don't see it on in future videos. I just don't use them, so I'll probably take it off so it doesn't get in the way. So let me set a few boards up here and let me run it through its paces. I'm going to shut you down. I'll get some set up and we'll be back. Alright guys, let's do a couple of tests. So I got a piece of 1x up here, and let's just say, you know, as a woodworker I might be doing a butt joint like this. Pretty simple task that we do all the time. You know, let's say I want to do 1, 2, 3 screw holes like that. So what I'm going to want to do is run a pilot hole. I got myself a bit. My bits are a little bit limited with this. Like I said, if I do go with this system, which time will tell, I will get the drill with the regular chuck too, because more of my bits are just rounded. But I do have this set of drill bits that have the 1/4 inch hex on the end, which go into here fine. Okay, so I can easily, I'm doing this over a dog bowl in case you're wondering if I'm drilling right into my bench. I'm not. I can easily drill the 3 holes. Grab myself a squeeze clamp. Because we always want things to line up perfectly. I would glue this obviously if I was truly doing this. I'm going to give my pilot hole a little bit help here in the other board. to be honest with you, I do have countersink bits that are a pilot hole and the countersink as one bit, which is normally how I would do this. I wouldn't be doing this with this bit, but they do not have the hex on the end, so I need the chuck to do that. Now let's grab ourselves Phillips head and run these guys home. I'm going to set this on speed 1, which is the slower of the two. Oop, I moved it. Right now I'm on chuck 9. I'm going to drop it down to like 5. Clutch 9, not chuck 9. That stopped a little early. I'm going to run it up to 7. That went too far in. I'm going to drop it down to 6. There is no 6 on there. They're odd numbers, but I got it in between the two. And there you can see that went too far in. That's what I didn't want to do. So let's try another one. Let's pull this all the way out. And this is something you have to figure out. You got to figure out where you want your chuck set. I'm going to drop it all the way down to 1. Bring it up to 2. 3. So 3 is the chuck setting I want to use here. And that sets the screw nicely. Like I said, so on 7 and 5 here, it split the board. That's not what we want. So even at 12 volts, this thing has enough power to split the board. Not what a woodworker wants to do. But as you can see, we now have, our little, screws in. Everything's working fine. Now, for giggles, this way so you can see it. I got my spade bits here that actually have hex keys on the end. The biggest one I have is 1 inch. I'm going to be honest with you, this drill probably can handle a 1-inch spade bit. I wouldn't say I'd want to do this all the time. I'm going to try to go through both boards here. We'll just see what it can do. Okay, I messed up there. I'm now on the drill setting. That was the chuck. That was the clutch spinning there. That's why that stopped. Okay, went through the first board. This bit is absolutely dead. This is not the drill's fault. Okay, it did it. The drill never bogged down. This bit is horrendous. Let's try another bit. Let's try the 3/4 inch bit. Let me set it to set speed 2 as well, see how that goes. Went much quicker, tore the board up a little bit, but so this 12 volt drill will run a 3/4 inch spade bit pretty much no problem at all. At least in 3/4 inch pine. Now if your bit is totally dull, you're going to have problems. I don't care who made the drill, you're going to have that problem. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to use this drill pretty heavily for the next couple of months, and then talk to you again about it come, before Thanksgiving, before Black Friday. What I want to find out is this Hercules line worth it? Because I know around Black Friday time, you guys will be interested in the tool. I do have to. I got to talk a little bit of negativity towards the process of this tool, though. It's not anything wrong with this tool so far, and I've had this tool a couple of days now, and I've used it on one project. I'm liking this tool. The problem I have is Harbor Freight itself and their method of warrantying the tool. This tool has a 90-day warranty. If you want more than that, they charge you extra at the register. So when you buy this at the register, they're going to ask you if you want to buy the extended warranty plan. I did not. I don't think it's fair to have to buy an extended warranty when every other tool manufacturer now has at least 1 year, if not 2 or 3. So Harbor Freight, you got to get your crap together there. You are trying to say this Hercules line is comparable to DeWalt. You compare these things to DeWalt in your website all over the place. You can't do that and not stand behind the tool. You have to give it more than a 90-day warranty. So I bought this without the extended warranty plan because I just don't agree with extended warranty plans. Everybody's different there. My thinking is, if I were to buy 4 tools, the extended warranty's already covered itself. This tool by itself, the battery's still going to be good, the charger's still going to be good. So if this drill does fail in a year and a half, 2 years, I go buy another one for 40 bucks. The extended warranty plan is $15 or $20, so I mean really, if you're over a quarter of the price of the tool and the extended warranty to just bring it out to a year, I don't consider it worth it. I think Harbor Freight should put it in the price of the tool. So you need to make that decision. The 90 days is definitely good enough if you use it to get through any manufacturer's defects. If there's something wrong with the thing from the factory, you're going to figure it out in 90 days. Now, one caveat problem I have with that is, if you're a homeowner, you may not use it enough to have that problem arise. So I did say that this tool is probably good for homeowners. Honestly, if you don't get the extended warranty, you probably should avoid this, because if you're only going to use the tool once or twice a month, tops, you may not experience a manufacturing defect in that 90 days, and that's not fair to you, because they should protect you better. So I would say buy something else other than Hercules or Bauer or anything Harbor Freight until Harbor Freight gets their crap together. Other than that, people, guys like me, woodworkers, guys that use them a lot, we're going to get through the 90 days and we're going to find out if there's a problem. And quite frankly, guys, once you get through that 90-day burn-in period, they're generally going to run. I've never taken a power battery-operated tool back to the store to get it replaced. I own 20 of them. Never had to take one back. I've only killed 2 in my entire life. And as you can tell, I am no spring chicken, so they don't die that much, for what I do. Now, granted, construction guys that use them every day, they kill them. It is what it is. And they need the better tools. They don't buy these things. So, I just have to bring that up. I hate sounding negative. I never like doing reviews where there's some negativity there. But I just don't understand why they're still stuck at a 90-day warranty when every other manufacturer is giving you at least a year, if not more. So that is one thing to think about. Other than that, I'm happy with the performance of the tool so far. Like I said, I will do a follow-up video early November so that you can catch up. Give me a couple months to do some projects with it. We'll see how it's going. A telltale sign in the next couple of months, if you see me have a second one of these that has a chuck on it, that means I bought a second one, which means I probably like it. So that's that, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you like this. I hope these kind of videos are helpful to you. If so, please like and subscribe. Please comment below. Make fun of me for blowing that corner out there. All of this kind of stuff. I like comments of good and bad. Somebody keeps commenting on how I mispronounce Ryobi or Ryobi. I don't even know which one it's supposed to be, and I have no problem with that. I mispronounce all kinds of words. So if you think I'm mispronouncing something, let me know. Let me have it. I don't care. You know, and I don't get mad at people when they give me corrective criticism. Now, if people give me silly comments, I'll just delete them. But you know what I mean? Thanks for watching. You know, let's have a discussion about these tools. See how you like them. Have a good day.